This past week in the NFL, running back Christian McCaffrey was traded away from the Carolina Panthers to San Francisco. Speaking of Carolina, they had one of the shocking upsets for Week 7 in the NFL as they beat Tom Brady and the Buccaneers by 18 points. Another upset occurred as Washington beat Green Bay 23-21. The Packers have now lost 3 consecutive games. Patrick Mahomes and the high-flying Kansas City offense took a flight to the West Coast to face the 49ers in a Super Bowl 54 rematch. The Chiefs laid the smack it down on San Francisco. Dak Prescott returned to the Cowboys starting lineup to help Dallas get a victory over Detroit. On Sunday Night Football, Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa returned to the lineup to help Miami get a 16-10 victory over the Pittsburgh Steelers. The World Series is now set. It is the underdogs, the Philadelphia Phillies, taking on the heavily favored Houston Astros. Well then, it is that time once again. Showtime. Well then, it is Wednesday, and you know what that means because we are live for another outstanding edition of our Nation Sports Show live here on YouTube. What is going on, everybody? I'm your host for this evening, Stephen Wyand, and joining me. But right now, before we get to this fine gentleman right here, we got to plug the, you know what, Bump, I'll introduce him. What's up, my buddy? He is a Washington Commanders fan. What's up, JT, Joey Thornton, pal? What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's great to be here doing another Wednesday show. And, of course, we're going to have one more join us very shortly when Mr. K-Rod himself, Kevin Roy, comes on. But until then, let's talk some sports. And Stephen, plug in the usual aspects. Let's get it.
Yes. You can follow us on Twitter at @ON_sports show and Facebook.com/Nation Sports Show. And also hit that subscribe button, folks, on YouTube.com/Our Nation Sports Show, where we are currently live right now talking about the wild week in the National Football League. And boy, Week 7 was no exception. There were some stunning upsets, some crazy finishes in these games, and you never know what's going to happen in the NFL. And Week 7 had some crazy results. And, I mean, where do we even start? I mean, on Thursday Night Football, I mean, the New Orleans Saints took on the Arizona Cardinals, and let's just say that Andy Dalton, Mr. Primetime, doesn't show up yet again, and he throws not one, but 2 pick sixes that sealed the game for the New Orleans Saints. Arizona ended up winning that game 42-34, and honestly, the score did not replicate that. It really did not. It did not replicate the score of that game because the game was already over when that pick six happened. And just kudos to Kyler Murray for getting his target back. DeAndre Hopkins, who he threw to quite often in this game. And Joey, I know you were watching this game, and we were all watching this game, and it was just crazy how Arizona just made the right plays, but Dalton, more importantly, made the wrong mistakes at the wrong time.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially since actually he threw one of those pick sixes, and this actually wound up being on Come On Man back on Monday Night Football. The fact that he just turned away from the action while that Wilson guy from Arizona was flying into the end zone, and Dalton had his face like, golly, did our players just actually let that happen? I mean, come on, man. I don't throw pick sixes. I throw touchdowns. Yeah, think again, buddy. A pick six can happen to any type of quarterback, whether you're the best, average, or the worst. It doesn't matter. Pick sixes happen to anybody, so get over it.
Exactly. Because, I mean, to me, when Dalton threw that second one, he was defeated. He was he already quit the game, even though he won't, even though he didn't say that they played better, they made the right plays. But and honestly, dude, I really think he gave up on this game.
Big time. Big time.
When you throw a pick six, yeah, it happens. But when you throw two in a row, basically, I mean, that was the deciding factor in this game was that second interception. Because I'm like, well, if the game's not already over, it's already over now. Because it changed everything.
Absolutely.
And kudos to Kyler Murray for getting the job done. He finally showed up, played a pretty good hell of a game, and that defense made some big plays with those two picks. Now let's move on to Sunday's portion, man. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I will say though, real quick, this also happened to show up on Come On Man this past Monday on Monday Night Football or on Monday Night Countdown. The fans might want to learn how to spell Hopkins' last name because there was a sign up in the stands that spelled Hopkins without the K. So it said Hoppins. It said, "Welcome back, Hoppins." I was like, what?
And that's what a first down catch by Hopkins. Hey, Hoppins is on fire. Come on, dude. If this was a spelling bee, you would have failed instantly. What? I like to solve the puzzle, Pat Sajak. DeAndre Hopkins. No. It's DeAndre Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Sir. Hopkins.
Well, I guess those fans must have been smoking a blunt in front of Bruce Dickinson.
Oh God! Oh God! For those that don't know, I went to the Iron Maiden concert last night in Greensboro, man, and dude, I'm so glad that nobody lit up a blunt in front of Bruce Dickinson because if he did, he would have said, "Hey, what the bloody hell is that?" And why are you smoking in front of me? Stop doing it. I'm trying to sing. Steve Harris doesn't like it. Please stop it. Have some respect. I'm like, dude, come on. I mean, I get it. Bruce is a singer, but come on.
Come on.
You're going to a rock and metal show. There's going to be some weed smokers. I mean, even though I don't smoke it, but hey, I don't smoke it, but hey, if you like that stuff, hey, more power to you, pal. But anyways, back to the football. I mean, but the Sunday's portion. I mean, dude, where do we even start? I mean, God almighty. I mean, I think there's only one place to start, and that is the Carolina Panthers. Absolutely. Not did they just beat Tampa Bay, but they absolutely ran them out of the stadium in North Carolina. Oh, Tom Brady stood no chance against Carolina? Really? Yeah. They got
Keep in mind that Carolina is a team that he has torched over the past several years.
Uh-huh.
And this time they were the ones that torched him.
Really? Did this even happen? Yes, it did. Hell froze over. Yes. Anyways, the fact that, but not only that, but the Panthers were pitching a shutout during the first 3 quarters of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
and they only allowed 1 field goal in that 21-3 absolute drubbing of Tampa Bay. And I saw Tom Brady play throughout the game, and he was throwing a lot of passes on the ground. He was throwing passes behind his receivers, not even close to his receivers. So he may think he's doing fine, but in actuality, this divorce is really getting to him. It is really getting to him. And he just does not want to admit it.
No, he does not. Because, I mean, okay, he had that sure touchdown to Mike Evans. Mike Evans drops the ball. drops the ball. I mean,
Now
come on.
I'll admit that one was on Mike Evans because that was actually a pretty good throwing ball by Tom
Right.
Brady.
That was not on Brady. Brady threw a really good ball, and Evans just dropped the ball. But honestly, did Evans drop that ball because he was so excited giving the referees autographs during that game?
Yeah.
I mean, my God. I mean, and what people don't understand, and we keep preaching this on this show, you got to have an offensive line to block for you. You got to have an offensive line because if you don't have an offensive line, you're not going to have nothing.
Yeah, Tampa Bay doesn't have an O line. I don't think Tampa Bay knows what an O line actually is anymore because I'll tell you one thing, they just don't have it right now.
No.
They just do not have it. They do not
They
have
do
it.
not.
And the fact that Tom Brady, an absolute Hall of Famer, is near at the top of every single quarterback or NFL quarterbacking stat known to man, and he gets outplayed by a dude who was in the XFL.
Wow.
What?
That's insane.
What?
What the hell? I mean, come on. How do you get outplayed by a guy from the XFL? I mean, that was not such good shit. I mean, come on. I mean, the fact that Brady this season is having, honestly, one of his worst seasons since, honestly, his first year as a full starting quarterback.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy that Tom Brady, a 23-year veteran, during his first 21-22 seasons, especially last year. Okay, if Brady would have went out on top as the NFL touchdown leader and passing yards leader last year, and they lost to the eventual champion Rams in the divisional round, okay, more power to you. You've had a hell of a run. You've won 7 championships in the NFL, 6 with the Patriots, and your first and the Super Bowl with the Buccaneers in your first year as a starting quarterback. If he would have retired last year and kept his word last season after the season was over, then I would have had more respect for Thomas Edward Patrick Brady to do that, because Tom Brady last year had a great season, and if he would have retired last year, I honestly think that we would be talking about him this year, about he did the right thing about retiring and all of that stuff. But the fact that Brady's pride, and I understand, because if you're playing at 44 at the time, if you're playing at that such high of a level, then I could see where you would want to come back and play again, because you figure, hey, I did really good last year and all that fine stuff. But the fact that he simply did not show up, has not shown up this season so far, it is scary. It is absolutely scary how he is not playing at a high level right now. And it's honestly, Joey, it's sad. It's really sad how Brady is not.
Because I mean, I know Tom Brady is dedicated to the game of football because he's played it for well over half of his life, including back in the college and high school days. He's played the game for well over half his life. But it's just his heart and his mindset is not 100% committed, and that's where I think the issue is lying, because Tom Brady has all these other things going on in the background with him living separately from his wife, in the middle of a divorce with his wife,
right,
in the middle of child support that he's probably going to have to pay. I mean,
right.
If I was in Tom Brady's shoes, I would just walk away from the game of football right now and focus on your personal life, because football is only, as much as I love watching the game of football, if I was playing the game and all this stuff was going on around me, I would just be like, hey, coach, listen, I got a bunch of stuff going on right now that I need to take care of. So I'm gonna take a leave of absence. I don't know when I'll be back. Hopefully I won't be gone too long, but you don't put football in front of your personal lives, because football is just a temporary thing. your personal life is what really matters. And right now, Tom Brady just doesn't have it right now.
No, he does not.
Doesn't.
And Brady, just the way he has played this year. The offense, I knew, honestly, Joey, I knew that Brady was in trouble when the moment his offensive line was dropping like flies in the offseason and during the preseason.
Yep.
I'm like, well, the football gods are pissed off that Brady is back. And I know, and we just say that as a joke. But at the same time, it's also true in a way, because if you think about it, we all believe in karma. I believe in karma 110%. Brady had a hell of a year last year. And the moment that he came back, I'm like, okay, is this the right decision? Because on paper, the Buccaneers offense looked really, really, really good. Looked really good. Mike Evans, Chris
Especially
Godwin,
with the fact that they required Julio Jones and Russell Gage in the offseason.
They haven't done nothing for the Bucs offense.
No.
Leonard Fournette is having a hard time running the ball because his offensive line is not good. And now their defense is pretty still solid. Their defense is still good. But the defense can only carry you but so far. And Tom Brady is learning a hard, cruel twist of reality that Father Time is undefeated. Father Time is always going to be undefeated. It doesn't matter if you were the great Michael Jordan. It didn't matter if you was the great Joe Montana, Brett Favre, Kobe Bean Bryant, all of these great athletes across the Derek Jeter, Albert Pujols, you name it, Wayne Gretzky, all of these athletes.
Exactly.
Father Time is undefeated. And Tom Brady now.
And see,
go ahead.
I was going to say one thing about playing professional sports all these years is that you're not going to get any younger.
Nope.
You're not going to get any younger.
The when you look at the way Brady has played this season, he is not having the consistent numbers that he's had the past 20 some odd years. And the only year that he had that was bad really was his only one quarter play or the first couple of minutes of the 2008 season against the Chiefs when he went down with the ACL injury the end of this season. But other than that, Brady's always been healthy. Yeah. He's always been in tip-top shape. And Brady is just not having the performance that he usually would, because usually he's putting up 200, 300 yards and usually a touchdown, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, sometimes 4 touchdowns. But he's not having those numbers, and it's really sad. And it's really sad how Brady is he's a shell of himself. And
he is.
And he's not getting any younger. This better be his last year, because
it better be.
Because if he comes back, that just goes to show you that he wants to make this year go away. But that will be on his resume and forever. And there have been wrestlers, there have been musicians, there have been multiple people that have said across all walks of life, no matter what profession you are, that I don't want to be the guy that hangs around, the guy or the gal that hangs around at the party too long. And that is honestly what I feel like Brady is doing right now. Brady is hanging around too far or too long at the party.
He is. And see, and not only that, but Tom Brady is also under a little bit of controversy, at least in my opinion, with the recent quote that he made when he said that when he said, I think of the game of football as a military deployment. No. Because football, like I said, is a temporary thing. I mean, you're gone for a week or two, and then you're back at home. But with a military deployment, you're gone for usually months, weeks, years. Heck, you might not even come back.
Right. And speaking of coming back, our boy is here.
Hey, there he is, Mr. K-Rod. What is up, K-Rod?
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Kevin, just to bring it to speed, pal. We are we're glad you're finally on here with us, bro. We're just getting underway talking about week 7 and talking about, we briefly talked about the Saints and the Cardinals game, and now we're just talking about, the Panthers beating up on the Bucs and just the season that Brady has been having.
Oh.
And just, dude, you saw this game. You saw the highlights of this game and the game itself. Brady did not look good, at times. Yeah, there was the drop touchdown by Mike Evans, but that was a great ball thrown by Brady. But Mike Evans dropped that touchdown. But we were just talking about how the offensive line is not doing their job protecting Brady, because Brady's just not having a good year this year, and he should have stayed retired.
Oh yeah, and I think and guys like Randy Guiron, he probably is happy Brady didn't retire because hear me out. The fact that Brady has to come back and endure this shit all season, 17 games, I know Randy is probably loving this instead of just retiring off of losing one game in the playoffs. He has to come back and endure this horse crap of a season he's having. But, yeah, I watched this game a little bit, and I'm just like, come on, dude. Carolina ain't got their number one offensive guy in Christian McCaffrey no more. Carolina has a brand new coach, no Matt Rule. They're a rebuilding team, and you go get blank touchdown, like you don't even score a touchdown.
For
you
3 quarters, they were shut out.
There's no excuse. You have Leonard Fournette, who is one of LSU's greatest running backs of all time that's come through there. You have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Russell Gage, Julio Jones, Cameron Brate, a defense that was top 5 the last 3 years, and you put up a performance like this. And I'll tell you a big reason for it. The fact that, of course, we know Brady and his divorce going through with Giselle and all this and yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. We get it. But the first of the season, I said it and I say it again. When they lost their key interior offensive line, also all pros to ACL tears and this and that, I said, watch. The number one way to make Brady's offenses look bad, even in the past, is get pressure up the middle. And teams have been doing that on the Bucs because they've been bull rushing the center, because you got a backup guard, a backup center, putting pressure on Brady. And it don't help. You got Mike Evans dropping open touchdowns, smacking them in the hands because he can't grab the football. And then I'll tell you another thing. Let's keep it real too. Todd Bowles is not Bruce Arians. I said it before and I'll say it again. Todd Bowles, great defensive coordinator, horrible head coach. And it's showing this year. And I'm actually I feel like I'm going to fall off my high horse here on this show, and I'm going to go out and say I'm going to retract my statement that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win the NFC South. I'm going out on a limb and saying it's going to be a dogfight between Atlanta and New Orleans. Yes, I said it. I'm going with Atlanta. Depends on Michael Thomas's health for New Orleans, but I'm liking what I've been seeing from Marcus Mariota and Arthur Smith, and that's the difference. Arthur Smith is a good head coach, unlike Todd Bowles.
Oh, dude, he's a terrible coach. Terrible coach.
What was he with the Jets? Like 2-14 before Robert Saleh took over? Exactly. That's my point.
Absolutely terrible.
That I was talking about the quote that Tom Brady made right as when you were coming on the air about how he treats the game of football as a military deployment. No.
Oh boy.
No. I mean,
it's not the same, bro.
No, definitely not. Because like I said, with the military deployment, you'll be gone months, years. Heck, you might not even come back. Whereas the football, you're like, yeah, I'll go out and play for 60 minutes, or I'll go out and play for 60 minutes back-to-back weeks, and then I'll be back home like it's nothing.
I just think that quote is horse crap for the simple fact that, bro, he's not the only one in the NFL that goes without their family. There are 53-man rosters and practice squads on every single team that goes through it, and not one of them is crying like Tom Brady over a military deployment. And there are hundreds of players on each organization that goes through the same shit. Come on, dude.
Exactly.
If you felt that way, you should have retired. It's so simple.
This is why Brady gets under a lot of our skins, even though we respect his greatness. But some of the bullshit that he says, dude, give me a damn break. This is not the same as life and death, going overseas, going into battle, protecting our country. Those men and women out there every single day of their, while they're serving our country, they don't know if they're going to survive, if they're going to live the next day or the next fucking minute. The simple fact that Brady is saying this bull crap just pisses me off. You're not the only quarterback, Tom, that is out there, away from your family for playing the game that you love. Be thankful that you have freedoms to do what you love to do and play in professional sports, making a killing of a living, making and doing all the great things that you've done. He's fortunate that he's won 7 Super Bowls, because there's times he could have never won a couple of those. He could be only winning 3. He could only be winning 4. Who knows? But that's coulda, woulda, shoulda, because that's the way the sports world is. But at the same, but here's the facts. The fact is that the military people are the real, true heroes of our country, not sports athletes.
Yep.
Sports athletes might be role models to kids. And and people that love the game, that love all sports, whether it be the late great Kobe Bryant, leaving a legacy that will live on forever, Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, all of these players, hell, even Patrick Mahomes, all of these athletes, the past, the present, and the future. These athletes do their job, and they make memories. They make a living. They keep us loving, the world of sports, all that stuff. But the fact that Brady said this when you're having a shitty season in the process, dude, give me a break. Honestly, Joey and Kevin, this is the first time I've heard him saying this. This is my first time hearing about this. So you're getting my organic reaction as I heard this for the first time. Just the simple fact that he said this is just asinine. Why? Why even say a thing like that?
Yes, because it's already been a controversial topic that athletes get paid millions, hundreds of millions, and billions, and military personnel. I mean, ask any one of them. They don't get paid like lawyers. They get paid like a job, like a normal day-to-day blue-collar worker. They get paid similar to that. They don't get paid like lawyers and doctors and like FBI. They don't get paid like that.
No,
I mean, it's ridiculous. You get paid you got what's his Fox contract? $300 million after
That's
football.
A lot of money after football.
And you're crying about
I've made the argument, Kevin and Joey, that he will make more money, arguably, calling football games, making $300 million. The average American and the average living person in society doesn't even make half of the money. Not even
never see that money in a lifetime.
Not even see that money in a lifetime. Brady is seeing all of this stuff in his lifetime. He is fortunate to have what he has in life. He should be thankful to God above that he has what he has in life. Because there are people out there on the streets that are homeless, that don't have nowhere to lay their heads, that don't have nowhere to call home. They don't have the things in life that they love, whether it be a musical instrument like guitars, drums, a bass, singing, or love working on computers or doing this and that, etc. Brady should be thankful that he has things that he has in life.
Yep.
See, and like we've said earlier, I've never really been a big fan of Tom Brady, but I do respect what he's done with the game of football. But after that quote that he made, that right there just was the last straw. I've completely lost all respect now for Tom Brady. Lost all respect in the world.
Dude, it was ridiculous what the things that he said. I mean, you said that in the midst of a season that's been very terrible for your organization. I mean,
now I wonder if his feelings would have felt the same if they were 6-0 and Tom Brady.
Not even close.
Oh, dude, he wouldn't have said this crap if they were 6-0 or 5-2.
Not even close. He would keep
realize you're losing. Your team ain't going to win a Super Bowl. You're wasting your season. You lost your family over your season. Now you're just saying shit out of spite because you're mad. That's how it feels to me.
Very
I
mean.
mean, shoot. At this point, I'll take LeBron James, Anthony Davis, or Russell Westbrook over this clown.
And that's saying something.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, see, and not only this, but Tom Brady also has something else to deal with the fact that his former teammate Antonio Brown is
Oh.
selling T-shirts of him, of Antonio Brown hugging his wife, or soon-to-be ex-wife, on and putting it on a T-shirt selling for $50.
Wow.
God.
Wow.
Drama.
Oh, man. Oh, you know he's having a field day with that stuff.
You know he is.
Wow. Wow.
And I'm sure that we can haze Tom Brady until the day after the end of time, but we got some more football to talk about. So let's get to the next game.
Do we, fellas? And we're going to move right along. And, man, the Green Bay Packers have officially entered the nether realm, a.k.a. hell. Because the Green Bay, I'm glad you got that Mortal Kombat reference. I know Kevin did too, and all of y'all that love Mortal Kombat did too. Get over here. Anyways, the Green Bay Packers have entered the depths of hell officially after losing 3 consecutive games to the New York teams. How fitting is that? And then to Joey's football team, the Washington Commanders. 23-21 was the final score. This game was pretty close, but Green Bay made mistakes down the end. And oh my goodness, that was another significant game of week 7. And Joey, I know you have some thoughts about this game. So, buddy, the floor is yours, my friend.
You know, I gotta say, after the whole press conference following the game and everything, I would not be surprised if Aaron Rodgers was calling up Devontae Adams saying, "Hey man, when are you coming back to Green Bay? Because I need you."
I think Aaron Rodgers is singing the Lady A song, "I Need You Now."
You can tell that Aaron Rodgers is missing Devontae Adams. You know he is. I mean, there was a meme put on Facebook, or photo/meme put on Facebook that I saw that featured Aaron Rodgers' face photoshopped onto the body of the late great Bob Ross, who made all those paintings, and the canvas was a picture of Devontae Adams.
Oh,
he's like, "Man, I need you to come back." Oh gosh, Green Bay once again. Who would have thought that the 2 best quarterbacks in the history of the game right now, and Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, would both be outplayed by quarterbacks who once played in the XFL?
Come
on, man.
Was the XFL?
I mean, Taylor Heineke is. I'm not gonna lie, he's not the answer, like the long-term answer in Washington.
No,
but he is definitely a temporary answer, because he has gone out and just. He went out all of last season and played the best that he possibly could, and then in his first start this year, in the place of an injured Carson Wentz, which, by the way, I hope that thumb never heals, Wentz, because we don't need you. But yeah,
sucks ass this year.
And he once again beats Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. This is awesome. Oh man.
You know what? Here's my thoughts on that one. I don't think that, like you said, Joey, I don't think that he's a better answer or a long-term answer, but he has earned the respect of the veterans in the locker room. He shows up to training camp year after year. He bosses that. Like, he came from nothing. He made it out the dirt. Like, he came up from nothing. And when he came up from nothing, and he earned like veterans respect, so now they're playing to help him. Carson Wentz was just like, people knew he coming in like, oh, what the fuck? He sucks. Why are we here?
You see, and not only that, but Heineke, not only did he come from the XFL, but he went and played college ball at Old Dominion. Who's Old Dominion?
Yeah, exactly. And my thing is, Aaron Rodgers, again, like Tom Brady, you're up there bitching and crying and making excuses. Oh, my players don't make plays. Shut the hell up. Because let me tell you something. 2019 Tom Brady, and I know we just talked shit about him, but I mean in 19, his best receiver was Julian fucking Edelman. He didn't make excuses and won the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers is, I can't get nobody to catch the ball. Just shut up. Take accountability. Be a leader. Quit being a crybaby.
Stop whining.
Stop
whining.
Stop whining.
Come on.
Whining gets you nowhere.
Who's your hey, you know what we're all going right now to Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady? Who's your daddies and what did they do?
If only Ezra was on here, he'd be playing his soundtracks all over again, and I'll just be like,
You'd be rolling.
Especially with the most famous statement.
You done messed up.
Hey, Ron!
And
he totally messed up. I mean, unlike Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers was actually able to keep the game close, but that's only because he has Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon to throw to also as receivers instead of just handing it off to them as running backs.
Right. And you know, I mean, Green Bay just struggled mightily in this game. Clearly, Rodgers has nobody to throw to. He misses his buddy Devontae Adams, and just Green Bay is suffering right now. And you know, and Washington got a big win. And speaking of big wins in Week 7, the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh boy! Oh boy!
Oh Lord!
They absolutely, man, that was a very interesting game against San Francisco. I mean,
hey, I gotta say real quick, when San Francisco went up, came out the guns quick on that one, and they had Kansas City by 10 points already.
I was like, oh boy,
could we be in for a little revenge tour? But then, once again, like we've always said, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, and he always finds a way to get the job done, and that's exactly what he did.
Mm-hmm. And also, as well, there was a common pattern in this game, and I'm pretty sure you guys will agree with this. When the game was close 21-16, 28-23, every time the Niners had Kansas City about to get off the field, Mahomes made that extra play. He made that play. And Kev, like you said a couple of times on this show already this season, this Kansas City offense is very unpredictable. Key point was that 45-yard touchdown, yakety yak, don't catch me back, touchdown by Juju Smith-Schuster.
And not to mention on that 3rd and 11, that 57-yard strike to, I can't remember if that was Schuster or Scanlon, but that 57-yard strike that he threw.
I think it was Scanlon.
No, that was McCole Hardman.
Hardman, that's right.
Hardman, that's it.
That's right.
And a lot of that is, like I said, it's based off, man, our number one corner, Mooney Ward, dealing with a growing injury. And I think Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid did a great job of using that to their advantage, because a healthy Mooney Ward wouldn't have gave that up, but him having to turn his hips on someone who runs a 4.2 40 that's tough. So yeah, he got that. Our defense, to me, just kind of laid an egg, and a lot of it has to do with defense just laying an egg. A lot of it has to do with Andy Reid being an offensive genius. Like he used Nick Bosa, one of the best outside pass rushers in the game. He used his aggressiveness against him. Bosa got up the field and they were running jet sweeps and getting by Bosa, and it was killing us. And another thing is the rushing. Why it was such a big problem was because we're losing your number 1 and number 2 defensive tackles. You're giving up a lot of points, or you're going to give up a lot of rushing.
Yeah. And not only this, but I mean, even though they gave up 44 points to Kansas City, I still consider San Francisco's defense to be one of the top, one of the best defenses in the whole nation right now. But it's just Mahomes. I mean, including the game this past Sunday against San Francisco, Mahomes, when he has gone up against a top 5 defense in the NFL, the dude is 13-2.
That's amazing.
I mean, you can try your best to stop Mahomes, but at the end of the day, Mahomes is going to find a way to get through you. So it's like, you may think you may have a top defense in the nation, but Mahomes, it's like he's saying, hold my beer. I mean,
and you know what? Here's my thing about it. And I got to get it's an indictment to the 49ers offense, too, because we had our chances. All those fucking field goals we kicked, if we would have turned those into touchdowns, it would have been a 28-10 game at halftime or 28-20. Like, we had our chances. Yes, our defense gave up that much points, but again, you're dealing with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. Your offense, you got to fight fire with fire in certain circumstances. And you know what? And I think John Lynch, the 49ers general manager, I think he realizes that because that is why he made the move to get Christian McCaffrey. He says, you know what? I want to score 35 points a game. To be able to beat these offenses, sometimes you can't rely on your defense. You got to get out there and get it.
Right.
And that's the only way. And I can't wait to see Christian McCaffrey fully healthy with Deebo Samuel behind that offensive line. I cannot wait. And I think this Sunday, we'll talk about it, but I think this Sunday against the Rams, we're about to have that on full display.
Oh, big time. Big time.
Oh, big time. Big time. Big time. Big time.
And you got to think, he only got 7 touches in that game because he didn't know the offense. He basically said he was in the huddle and Jimmy Garoppolo was telling him which way to run, basically. And he said once he gets the playbook down, he had 7 touches for 80-something scrimmage yards. That's pretty impressive.
I mean, we're talking about a guy who was traded on a Thursday night, only had like 2 days to learn a little bit of the playbook, and he goes out and has a game like that.
Pretty good.
I mean, wait until this upcoming Sunday and every Sunday after when McCaffrey's on that field. He's going to be tearing up.
Yeah, fully healthy, him and Deebo. And it's just like the Golden State Warriors basketball. If you think about it, it's positionless basketball because Kyle Shanahan can go line up Deebo at running back, line up McCaffrey at receiver, George Kittle will be another receiver, Juice Check, the fullback, lined up at tight end. You just don't have no position. And just like Ryan Clark said on ESPN, as a defense, it confuses the fuck out of you because you think you're dealing with 3 tight ends, but instead they're lined up at receiver. So you got your base personnel on the field. It's going to be a problem, I'm telling you. And I think it's pretty neat that McCaffrey is from the Bay Area. So, like, and his daddy played under Kyle Shanahan's daddy, Mike Shanahan in Denver. And Kyle Shanahan used to babysit Christian McCaffrey, running plays in the backyard. I think that's pretty neat.
It comes full circle.
Yes, I think it
comes full circle. I think McCaffrey is going to have a great rest of the year with San Francisco, and just it's incredible how a change of scenery can change everything. Just like that. And so I want to ask you guys, Kev, what I'll start with you, Kevin. So what are some other significant games for you in week 7?
You can't even focus on anything.
I'll go to, Joey, I'll go to you first. What are some significant games for you in week 7?
Well, some other significant games. Give me just a second. I gotta look at them real quick.
But yeah, real quick. So run CMC, man, going to his home area in the Bay Area. I really think that Christian McCaffrey is going to have a great rest of the season with San Francisco, and when he gets the full playbook, I really think that he's going to have a great rest of the season with
big time.
San Francisco.
But yeah, some other significant games that really stood out to me. The fact that Joe Burrow just completely lit that Atlanta Falcons defense. I mean, golly, did he tear him up?
Did he? 481 yards passing by Joe Cool.
And 4 touchdowns.
Including 2 to, yet again, his number 1 target, Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that game stood out to me. The fact that the Ravens were able to pull out a squeaker over the Cleveland Browns, that was kind of...
They blew the double-digit lead, but they held on.
I'm sorry. I'm about to lose my fucking shit with this game, man. Here's why I got a problem.
All right, Kevin, go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
Go.
Talking about, I know Detroit has some shit luck, but Cleveland absolutely got fucked in the A with that call at the end. Like, they called a false start against Cleveland for a Ravens player who jumped across the line and landed on the right guard. How was that a false start? Pushing them out of field goal range. I'm about to lose my shit. I thought these roughing the passer calls have been horrible, but damn, it's like all the damn calls. I mean, Jesus Christ. They literally tried to look. It's like John Harbaugh came over to the ref and said, here's 20 grand. Make it call false start. Come
Hey,
on, man.
you know Harbaugh was shitting himself going, dude, I don't want us to blow another game.
He paid the ref 100 grand to call a false start, or Cleveland was going to beat them.
Dude, okay. I know I'm blind, but in all seriousness, did these referees need to get their eyes examined? Because come on. There should be a yearly checkup for NFL referees because this year has been the worst year of officiating in NFL. I can remember.
Tell me about
These roughing the passer calls have been terrible. Offsides. No, we're going to call false start. Congratulations, referee.
Or here's a good one. Illegal contact by the corner when the receiver runs into the corner and runs him over. Oh, that's going to be called on the corner.
I think John Madden's going, are you serious?
Richard Sherman was losing his shit over them calls, talking about what the hell is a corner supposed to do? He's got his spot, and the receiver just runs him off the spot and runs him over. Cooper Kupp is good at doing it.
Man, they are really catering to these offenses way too much now. I mean, I understand you want to cater to them a little bit. Okay, fine, we've been used to it. But the fact that you're really babysitting these poor offensive players, we don't want the quarterback to get hit. Well, then how is the defender supposed to play the quarterback? If you got a wide open lane, go for it. I mean, what the hell, bro? Come on.
Oh, horrible.
Yeah, but moving on to other games that really stood out to me. The fact that the Giants were just 1 yard away. 1 yard away from losing to Jacksonville. Man.
Talk about bend but don't break. Good Lord. Was that
exactly. And ever since Kenneth Walker III from Seattle took over the lead running back duties, that dude has been unfreaking stoppable. And he put on another great show against San Diego when he got 167 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 74-yard run. I mean,
the Giants
Walker
had no match for him in this game.
Walker is just taking this rushing by storm right now, and it is just unbelievable. And the fact that Tua, he may not have looked sharp in the second half against Miami. Against Pittsburgh on Sunday Night Football, but he did do just enough to get his team back to the winning side of things in his first start back on the field. And Chicago on Monday night, they made New England look like absolute fools.
Oh, God, 4 turnovers.
Yeah,
I just the Patriots.
I just want to go back to the game with what was it? The Sunday night game? The
Dolphins and Steelers. God. Yeah.
From now on, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to change their mascot to the Pittsburgh Possums because they play dead at home and they get killed on the road. I don't know what to expect from Pittsburgh.
I know urinating Tree is losing his mind with his favorite team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, because he's been doing these reactions to the Steelers games, win or losses, and I think he's had about 7 or 8 heart attacks. Like he's
probably.
God bless him.
And here's the funny thing about the going back to the Giants for a second. That's the only reason Randy smashed me in fantasy, because who thought Daniel Jones was going to play like Josh Allen and have 250 yards passing and 100 yards rushing, look like Vanilla Vic, not even Michael Vick. I'm going to call him Vanilla Vic, out there running and tripping over the field again.
You know it's true.
And you know what's crazy? Daniel Jones this season has more rushing yards than Najee Harris of the Pittsburgh Possums.
Get out of here.
Has more rushing yards. I found that incredible.
And
but one thing I want to go to is the Monday night game, though. Justin Fields looked incredible, man. I mean, he made plays. If he would ever be taught to throw a damn football like accurate, he would be a problem. He's fun to watch, and he torched Belichick's offense or defense up.
Yeah, see, and going back to that Bengals-Falcons game a little bit, and this is kind of a little dig at Kevin, but who would have thought that on the 1 week he sits Tyler Boyd he goes out and plays like
Not just him.
like Marvin Harrison out there.
Not just him. DJ Moore for Carolina too.
The 1 week you sit and see, and that's the thing about fantasy. You never know who's gonna have a good game and who's gonna have a bad game. You never know.
But
Oh,
I will say this real quickly. I am glad that DeAndre Hopkins is back because his first game back, he had 8 catches for 100 yards and got me 25 points.
No, Kev, you're
Oh, yeah.
wrong. Kevin,
I'm glad.
it's not DeAndre Hopkins, it's DeAndre Hopkins.
No, what's his cousin's name from the Chargers? Dustin Hopkins. Yeah, the kicker.
Okay.
Cousin.
It's the Hoppin brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what, Kevin? It's okay because I remember one situation from years ago that I still let burn to me to this very day. This was a couple years ago or a few years back when I was playing fantasy in one of my old leagues. It was back when Eric Decker was still playing.
Oh God, that's 2 years ago.
I had Eric Decker on my team, and I was debating on either playing him or somebody else, and I was like, gosh, I don't know who to play. I just didn't know who to play, so I eventually made a last-minute decision and put Eric Decker on my bench. Wrong. The dude, Eric Decker went out on that day, had like 150 yards and 4 touchdowns. I was like, what? Come on, man.
Wow.
And then the very next week, I put in the back of my lineup. The dude only had like 2 catches for like 35 yards.
Wow.
Dude, what? Come on.
Wow. I know Kevin was kicking himself for that on Sunday because the fact that he could have had a hell of a fantasy Sunday.
Randy beat the ever living skins off of Kevin.
I don't even think Randy had a winning record at that time, or he was right at 500. To be honest,
Hey,
when I seen Daniel Jones at quarterback, I said, "Oh my God, oh yes," and I said, "Oh no." But you know what? Real quick,
Yeah, but not.
No, look, real quick before we go to our predictions, I gotta say my other league was much worse because I had Mark Andrews who had 1 catch for 4 yards.
Oh, come on.
Then I had DK Metcalf who shattered his whole fucking knee.
Yep.
And then I had Breece Hall who tore his ACL.
Yep.
He was off to a good game. I said, "Oh my God."
Yeah. Had a 60-point touchdown. Yep.
Yeah, but how about my fantasy team beating my opponent by over 120 points and getting 316 points? Yeah, I got 316 points in my league.
Joey, wait. You got 316? Oh, hell yeah.
And guess who my quarterback was?
Who?
Mr. Joe Burrow.
Hey, there you go.
The dude got me 97 points by himself.
That's what's sad because I had Joe Burrow in my other league. That's the worst part. I thought that was a for sure win.
Nope. Thank God you didn't have Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady in your fantasy, bro, because you would have really been SOL.
Well, my opponent that I played last week had Tom Brady in her lineup, so.
Wow. Real quick before we go to our predictions, Kev, what are some games that stood out to you for Week 7?
Just like the ones I just went over with y'all, the Giants, and that was a pretty good game, and of course the Niners and Chiefs, and the Seahawks absolutely surprised me. Yeah, they surprised me.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks as of right now I think they need to be updated from the sea chicken status because they're actually playing some good football right now.
Yep.
Okay, I call them the Seacocks. Yeah, the Seacocks. They're more better than the chickens. They're roosters.
Yeah, how fitting would it be if one of their games is on Peacock? Hey, you can watch the Seattle Seahawks on Peacock.
Oh.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh God. But yeah, before we move on, folks, again, you can follow us on Twitter at @ON_Sports Show, Facebook.com/Nation Sports Show. Also, smash that subscribe button on YouTube at YouTube.com/Our Nation Sports Show. Also, don't forget to follow our other show that we also do, and that some of us are a part of, like yours truly, that comes in and comes in from the bullpen sometimes. It helps out. And that is the Nation's Corner, live on YouTube every Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. Go to youtube.com/The Nation's Corner, and also follow the Nation's Corner on Twitter at Nation's Corner, and everywhere else on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. It is at the Nation's Corner. And they will be talking about the wild week in professional wrestling. WWE is heating up, and NXT had their pay-per-view last week, and AEW Dynamite is tonight. And wondering what MJF is going to do tonight after he had a hell of a promo last week against William Regal. That was one of the best promos between those two against each other. And as a matter of fact, it was MJF's, in my opinion, it was MJF's best promo. Just great promo.
Oh yeah, it was definitely one of them Attitude Era promos, that's for sure.
You felt every word that he said in that promo. Just incredible. Like when he told Regal, "Look at me when I'm talking to me, you SOB." I'm like, dude, that is anything that anybody would say in an argument when you're having an argument with somebody. Yep. And just he was spot on what he was saying. You could feel the passion, the energy, the look on his face, just everything. The crowd was so behind him in that promo. And and Regal's promo was really good too. And I'm like, dude, like I could listen to these two guys duke it out on the microphone all night long. I mean, it was an excellent promo. Excellent promo. And again, folks, follow the Nation's Corner on Twitter at Nation's Corner, everywhere else on the social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. It is at the Nation's Corner. And with that being said, folks, it is our favorite segment of the show. It is our weekly NFL picks. This time for week 8 in the National Football League. And before we do that, Joey, I think you have some numbers to spat out, pal, from last week's prediction battle. So go ahead, pal.
I do. Well, believe it or not, we actually had a 3-way tie.
Wow.
In a three-way tie for first place for the NFL prediction battles this past week, and those 3 men are the 3 of us.
Wow. Well, would you look at that?
Yep, the 3 of us. We all 3 of us went.
You know where we broke
last
even?
Week.
Where we broke even is when Kevin had the game against the Cardinals and the Saints, and then it was the oh God, what was it? Man, who was it? I'm trying to remember. You picked somebody, then I went, it was the Colts and the Titans. Yep.
That's it. Oh. Yep.
That's where we broke even on that one, but it was all even across the board for us 3. So Joey, what was the records last week?
So yeah, all 3 of us went 9-5, and Ezra and Randy only 1 game behind at 8-6 for the both of them.
Wow.
So overall, Kevin is still in first place with the overall record of 66-42.
Nice.
Steven, you are now alone in second at 64-44.
Ooh.
Ezra is in third, 1 game behind you with 63-45.
Ooh, not bad.
I'm in fourth at 62-46.
Oh no.
And Randy is last at 58-50.
Oh. Hey, you know what? That record would have worked kind of in basketball.
Hey, still better than the Los Angeles Lakers record, that's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
That customized jersey's coming to fruition, fellas.
I'm a straight and Randy stocking.
Hey, you know what? I think
might even get Sprocket one too.
There you go. Get Sprocket one.
I think we should put a military badge on Brady's custom jersey for Randy. What do you think?
Yeah, I might even send Randy, since he's a Ohio State fan, I might send him a Brady, Michigan jersey just for the hell of it.
Oh, that'd be even better.
Oh, dear God. But fellas,
that's even better.
Let's get to the prediction battles and our predictions for week number 8. And up first, Thursday night football tomorrow night in Baltimore. It is the struggling Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against Lamar Jackson, John Harbaugh, and the double-digit blowing Baltimore Falcons. Sorry, Ravens.
on,
With that being said,
man.
with that, I'm in a good mood, guys. You know, we're live on a wrestling night for AEW Dynamite, which goes live in about less than an hour. And man, I'm in a great mood on here with you guys. And man, I'll start this one out. I'm going to go with Baltimore. Please don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down, Baltimore. I'm going to go Baltimore. I'm going to go 24. What the hell? 24-20. No, scratch that. Nope. Rewind. 24-13.
There you go. That's much better. Let's see. Randy is picking.
Of course.
He's picking Baltimore over the question marks, 27-10. Let's see, and Ezra is picking the Ravens, 26-23.
That's too many points, bro.
Yeah,
too many points.
Seeing as how Tampa Bay could even put up a touchdown against Carolina, they might put up a touchdown here against Baltimore, but they ain't gonna do much more damage than that. Give me Baltimore. I'll go 30-7.
Yeah, I'm on the same cusp. I'm going Baltimore 22-6.
Oh,
wow. And with that being said, we are moving along to the Sunday schedule for week 8. And up first, it is the Jacksonville Jack. Go up. What's up? It is
the game in London.
Yep.
Yeah, the Broncos and the Jaguars.
Oh boy. This game is really interesting.
Randy's picking the Jags over the Donkeys, 20-13, and Ezra's saying 21-17 Jacksonville.
I'm gonna go Jacksonville. I'm gonna go 23 to. You know what? I'm gonna go 23-14.
I feel good about this pick. I'm going Jacksonville 17-10. Over the Donkeys, the Walmart Donkeys.
Okay.
My score is going to be a little bit similar to yours, Kevin, but I'm going to add 3 more points to Denver. Give me Jacksonville 17-13.
Ooh, I like it. Up next, we have an NFC South battle between my favorite team, who beat the Buccaneers last week. In sarcasm. It is the Carolina Panthers versus the Atlanta Falcons in Hotlanta.
All right, Randy is picking Atlanta over Carolina 20-15.
Well, look at that score. That's an odd score.
And Ezra's picking Atlanta 20-10.
Ooh.
I'm going with the Atlanta Dirty Birds 27, the Cardiac Pussycats 13.
I'm going to go Atlanta. I'm going to go 26-16.
Okay.
That's great. Up next, we got
Arizona. Score.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Atlanta 25, Carolina 19.
Look at you with an odd score right there, buddy. Nice. Here's another game for you. Arizona versus Minnesota.
Minnesota. The state where you can get all your sodas at miniature size.
Who goes with that? DeAndre Watson? Sorry, Deshaun Watson. Sorry. Wow. Anyways. I'm gonna go with Minnesota in a close one. I'm gonna go Minnesota. I'm gonna go 23-17.
Okay.
Well, seeing as Call of Duty's not double XP this weekend, Kyler Murray's gonna be locked in. And By the way, did y'all happen to see that video I sent y'all from Twitter about
yeah.
cussing out Kyle? And then he was like, "Don't take my Xbox, bro." Yeah, you got Minnesota. I think with Hopkins, like I said, the offense is gonna be a lot better. So I think it's gonna be a high octane game. I got Minnesota winning 31-28.
Ooh.
Okay. But I think I remember seeing something about the Call of Duty game. I think it's supposed to be coming out Friday, I believe, on the 28th.
Uh-oh.
Cool.
Kyler Murray was going to be on Twitch all weekend.
Hey, watch it. He's going to be playing the game right. So focused in the game. And then it comes out Sunday, he throws 2 picks.
Comes out Sunday. Where's my playbook, coach?
Randy is picking Minnesota 34-27.
Okay.
And Ezra is saying 24-13 Minnesota.
All right.
So I'm going to follow suit with everybody, and I'm going to go Minnesota. Hopefully Kirk Cousins will give me a good game this week, since I had to sit Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce since they're on my week. So hopefully Kirk Cousins will give me a good game. So I'm going Minnesota. I'm going to say 31-20.
All right. And up next, we have the Dolphins going to face the Lions.
Yawn.
I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I think, again, defense is going to let them down against Tyreek Hill. The Lions, they're so much better than the record says. I know it. They had a chance to upset the Cowboys last week.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Miami with a game-winning field goal, 24-21.
I'm gonna go to a similar score. I'm gonna go Miami 20-17.
Okay, so Randy is picking Miami 31-17.
Oh, that's just disrespect right there.
Yeah, well, you're probably gonna be Ezra's is a little disrespectful too. He's taking Miami 28-14.
Yikes, doubling up. Alrighty then. Up next we have.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Miami. I'm gonna go Miami 27-16.
Ooh, all right. Up next we have the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh Squealers
versus the 6-0 Philadelphia Eagles, and all the way Philadelphia will soar and fly over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going Philadelphia outright. I'm going 31-10.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know if you guys noticed too, but also according to Adam Schefter, the Bears traded Robert Quinn to the Philadelphia Eagles. So to add another pass.
Wow!
God,
Give
me they're not just gonna fly over the Pittsburgh Possums. They're gonna drop Eagle turds on them and give me the Philadelphia Eagles outright, 27-6.
Look at that score right now. Nice.
All right, so Randy is picking Philly 35-24. Yeah, that's a little too high for Pittsburgh.
That's too high, bro. All due respect.
Ezra
is picking the Eagles 31-20. That's still a little too high.
A little too high.
But give me Philadelphia outright. I'm gonna go 38. You know what? Check the score. 38-3.
Look at that! Look at that! No sympathy for Pittsburgh.
No sympathy,
wow.
Especially since now the Eagles have Robert Quinn. Oh gosh.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy. Up next, we have the Patriots facing the Jets. And I'm gonna start this one out. I'm gonna go with the Jets. I like the Jets. Honestly, this game, now that I think about that, this game's hard to predict because
you know what? I'll start it out then, Steven. I think it's going to be the Jets because also, I don't know if you guys paid attention the other day, the Jacksonville Jaguars traded Robinson, their good running back, to the Jets. So now Breece Hall
yeah, that's because Breece Hall's out for the rest of the season with his torn ACL.
Oh,
yes, but
dude.
bringing in Robinson and with Michael Carter and Elijah Moore back there, I think the Jets are still going to roll.
Okay.
Give me, and here's a little rhyme. Mac Jones, Bailey Zapp, I could really give a crap. Give me the Jets by 10, 24-14.
Wow.
That was good. That was good.
I cannot follow that. I'm going to go with the Jets. I'm going to go 23 to 10.
All right, I'm going to go with the Jets as well. Give me the Jets 27-10. And let's see. Randy is picking the Jets 24-21.
Ooh.
That's a little too close.
Little too close.
But Ezra is picking the Jets 30-17.
Okay, that's more like it.
Next
we have the Raiders taking on the Saints in the Big Easy.
Oh man, this game's actually going to be pretty hard to pick.
Yeah, because what quarterback are you going to get? Are you going to get the turnover machine and Andy Dalton or not?
Well, I actually just saw something on ESPN that the Saints are going to start Andy Dalton this week.
Oh dear God!
Wait, what's the game?
Raiders and the Saints.
And the Raiders.
The inmates, the Vegas inmates from the penitentiary. You know what? I'm actually going New Orleans in this game. I'm actually going to do it. Give me New Orleans 24-23.
Wow, look at that score.
All right, so Randy, of course, is picking his Vegas Raiders 27-24. And Ezra is, oh, wow. Check out this score by Ezra. New Orleans 16, Vegas 12.
Oh.
Look at that score.
Wow. What a score.
Man. You know what? I'm sorry, Randy, but I got to go with New Orleans. It's going to be close. Give me New Orleans. I'm going to say 19-14.
I'm going to go an odd score for this game as well. I'm going to go with the Saints in a odd one. I'm going to go 19-15.
Oh, nice. All right. I believe we have just one more 1 o'clock game.
Yes, we do. And it is the Chicago Bears taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
Wow. I'm going to go and start off with this one. Randy's picking Dallas 27-14. And let's see. Ezra is picking the Cowboys 27-24. But I know that the Bears put up 33 points on New England, but New England doesn't really have a defense. And Chicago, as much as I hate pulling for Dallas, I got to be smart with these prediction battles, and I got to go Dallas.
Yeah.
I got to go Dallas. I think Dallas is going to take it. I'll say Dallas 27-14.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Dallas as well. I'm going to go 26 to 20.
All right. K-Rod. I think he's on mute.
Okay.
There he is.
Actually, I'm going to go. This one, Ezra, I'm picking the Chicago Bears in an upset.
Wow.
Oh.
23-20 against the Dallas Cow bitches. I'm rolling with Chicago.
All right.
Up next,
right.
we had the Tennessee Titans taking on the tanking Houston Texans.
Oh, my God. The Houston Tankers.
Yes.
All right. Randy's picking Tennessee 24-10. And let's see, Ezra, no mercy for Houston. He's picking Tennessee 28-7.
Oh, yikes. I'm gonna go with Tennessee. Go ahead, Kev.
Wait.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with this one. I'm gonna go with the Titans. I'm gonna go 24-7.
Okay, I'm gonna go Tennessee. I'm gonna go Tennessee 30-6.
Ooh.
I'm going to pick the Titans, of course, and I think they're going to win outright. Give me the Titans 23-13.
All right. Up next, we have the G-Men taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, Lord. Let's see. Randy is picking Seattle 20-17.
Wow.
And let's see. Ezra is picking the Giants 21-10.
Oh, okay.
This one.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, this one's actually going to be pretty tough. Shoot. I honestly don't know who to pull for.
You know what? I think it's going to be an entertaining game because Seattle's offense has been pretty stacked and pretty good, and the Giants surprisingly have been pretty good. So give me the New York Football Tiny Giants 29-26 against the Seahawks.
Oh, look at that one.
Okay,
Look at that score.
The game is actually up in Seattle, so you better believe the hometown crowd is going to do everything they can to pull for their hometown team. That's for sure. Man, I don't know.
Damn, this is a tough one because on one hand,
we all picked the Chargers to beat Seattle last week, but look what Seattle did to them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
You know what? I'm going to – this is a tough one because they're both playing pretty well.
They are. The Giants may have a better record than Seattle, but like we've said, at any point during this season, any great team can be beaten on any given Sunday.
I'm going to go with the Giants in a close one. I'm going to go 30-28.
Oh.
You know what? I'm actually going to side with the Giants as well. The Giants are just playing some unbelievable football right now. Brian Daboll, he knows what he's doing right now. Mm-hmm. So give me the Giants on a game-winning touchdown and extra point, 31-30.
Oh! Up next, we have an NFC West showdown between the San Francisco 49ers and the Super Bowl hungover Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, they're more hungover than my party days.
My quarterback, Matthew Trashford.
I'm gonna go with San Francisco to take out the said trash. I'm gonna go 28-17.
All right. Randy is picking the Niners 27-21.
Ooh.
And Ezra has got a pretty good score here. He's got 27-18 San Francisco.
I like that score. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to go San Francisco. I think this offense with McCaffrey getting a full workload this week, I think it's going to be tough. I think they're finally going to break through. And the fact they own the Los Angeles Rams makes it even better. So, the Rams ain't getting no offensive line back. Well, we've seen how that panned out for them. And they do get Van Jefferson, but hell, I don't care if you got Van Jefferson or hell, even Thomas Jefferson, sucker. I don't care who you got. Give me the 49ers 31-13.
Dude, I love that play on the Rocks promo from 2001. Thomas Jefferson, sucker.
I don't care if they got him. It's going to be Niners 31-13. They actually score a bunch of touchdowns. And when that rolled over, I don't see them giving up 20 again.
All right, give me San Fran in this one, 34-14.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
one last 4:00 game before we move on to Sunday Night Football.
That would be your Commanders, Joey, taking on the Indianapolis Colts in Indy.
Who are going to be without Matt Ryan for the rest of the season.
Got an interesting score for this one.
What?
Yeah.
I got the Commanders winning. I'm going to go with the Commanders 19-17.
Oh, Jesus. Look at that score.
Game-winning field goal.
Yeah, so, Matt Ryan, who the Colts traded for in the offseason for a bag of chips and a dirty towel, has now been benched for the rest of the season.
What?
He's playing like a damn tampon. So, yeah, the most expensive backup in NFL history.
Nah. I might get that on the Carson Wentz. And then that Ryan.
I don't know. They both have something in common. In the Rock's words, the great word of the Rock, they're playing like a big bag of grade A steaming, stinking bag of monkey crap. Both of them. Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan. Matty Ice, all right. More like Matty Ass because he can't play. He stinks now. Ain't no Matty Ice.
All right, so Randy is actually going with the Colts, and this one's 17-14.
Come on, Randy.
He just wants a Tom Brady jersey. That's all.
Yeah, he wants to burn that bitch. Anyways.
And Ezra's picking the Commanders 17-16.
Ooh, I like that score. You know what?
I can't believe I'm actually doing this, but I'm actually going with the Commanders. I mean, if you would have asked in 2 to 3 weeks ago, I would have been like, the Colts are going to run all over us because, well, Wentz is garbage. But he's nursing a thumb injury right now, so we got a true locker room leader, and Heineke as our quarterback right now. So give me the Commanders in this one. I'm going to go 24-19.
I cannot believe
he's only nursing a thumb injury because he can't get it out of his own ass enough to play quarterback. That's all.
I'm gonna go with. I cannot believe I'm picking the Commanders, but I am. I don't know who their backup quarterback is. I don't know who it is. I don't care who it is. Give me the team with that. Go ahead. Who?
The Colts new starter.
Yes.
His name is Sam Ehlinger.
Yeah, the Commanders got their name before that jabroni did. I can't even know his name. At least I know the Commanders.
Yes.
Jesus
I'm gonna go with the Commanders. I'm gonna go 20-16. And finally on the Sunday portion of the schedule. Oh dear God Almighty up in heaven. It is the Green Bay struggling.
It's going to show no mercy.
It's going to be the Green Bay Packers taking on the headhunters of the National Football League, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills at Highmark Stadium in Buffalo, New York City. And
give me Buffalo in this one. Green Bay is outright garbage, so give me Buffalo in this one. I'm going to go 31-13.
This is going to be known as the Buffalo Massacre. I'm going to go Buffalo 38-7.
Whoa!
I said it. 38-7.
Listen, with all due respect, like Mark Jackson says, with all due respect, if you can't stop Taylor Heineke and their receivers, and if your offense can't score on that defense, and the defense is decent, I'll give them that. How the fuck are you going to stop Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen, and throw the ball on Tre'Davious White and Jordan Poyer. How the fuck are you going to do that? Give me the Bills in a manslaughter again. Wait, you smell that? It smells like cheese and shit. Yeah, it's the Green Bay Packers, right? Cheese heads and yeah. So, yeah, give me the Bills in this one. 33-9. Not a touchdown.
Wow, look at that score.
No sympathy for the Green Bay Packers because they get no touchdowns because Rodgers.
Josh Allen on the ass.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm having a little questions about Randy's score. He's going Buffalo 34-24.
No.
Well, don't feel bad. I got some
That is a
people
little too
the
high
Packers
for that. Oh, but Ezra's not that much better. And Ezra's picking Buffalo 34-23.
Wow.
But last but not least,
Monday
finishing up our
Night
predictions,
Football. It is the
Very cool
Cleveland
from
Browns
Cincinnati.
going to Cincinnati to the jungle, baby.
All right, Randy is picking Cincinnati 35-17 over the Clowns.
Huh.
Ezra's
Are you
picking
serious right now?
24-13.
Say that score again.
Ezra's 24-13 Bengals.
24-13. Okay. I'm going to go with the Bengals to beat up on the Browns. I'm going to go 31-14.
All right, I'm going to go Cincinnati in this one. Give me Cincinnati 34-14.
Oh, same score as me. Nice.
Fine with the picks, but here's my thing. I trust Cincinnati as much as I love them and love Joe Burrow. Let's be honest. Last year, the only team to sweep the Cincinnati Bengals were the Cleveland Browns.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland has owned Cincinnati over the last 3 to 4 years. I think it's going to be a close game, especially seeing as how Jacoby Brissett and company, they've been giving their AFC North a dogfight. So I think it's going to be nonetheless the same thing. I got Cincinnati on a last-second field goal by Evan McPherson, 30-27.
Oh,
whoa!
Nice.
I've just seen Brissett and them. They put up a fight against every team they played. I honestly wanted to start Deshaun Watson when he came back, to be honest.
Real quick, before we move on, I got to give a shout out to Wrestling with Savage. What's up, brother? And he had on the Nation's Corner and our buddy, very own Mongrovian Mike Karate on his show this past Monday, talking about Monday Night Raw and all things professional wrestling. And like and share and subscribe to his YouTube channel. And again, folks, you can follow us on Twitter at ON_Sports Show, Facebook.com/Nation Sports Show, and on YouTube. Smash that subscribe button, YouTube.com/Our Nation Sports Show. Also, don't forget to follow the Nation's Corner on Twitter at Nation's Corner. Everywhere else on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, it is at the Nation's Corner. And coming up after us is AEW Dynamite. And that's going to be awesome to see what MJF does again. And looking forward to that and seeing Bryan Danielson wrestle again. And the ring of Jericho, Ring of Honor of Jericho. We'll see what he's going to do, all the destruction he's been causing on Dynamite and stuff. And WWE's been picking up some steam this past week, man. Just lots of good stuff going on in wrestling, man. And man, where do we even begin, fellas? I mean, the NBA season has already begun. And Kev, I know you got some thoughts about the NBA season so far. I know it's early, but I know you got some thoughts about the NBA, bro.
We talk about the Packers, we talk about the Bucks, but they don't even come in comparison to the Los Angeles Lakers. They put the loss in Los Angeles Lakers. These Los Angeles Lakers. Oh my God! I mean, where do I begin? I don't know where to begin. These Lakers are shit. LeBron is getting old, and Anthony Davis is playing like a bum. He can't play in the paint. What?
Nope, he cannot play. He cannot play in the paint. I mean, this Lakers team, it just goes to show you this Lakers team is the same team that they were last year. They may have the same people on this team predominantly, but they are not. They have not been the team since they won that Mickey Mouse championship in 2020.
Here is my problem. Here is my main problem. You had a chance in the offseason to go get some shooters to help your team. You get Pat Bev out of all people. Good defense. The Lakers' defense has actually been top 15 this year. Now, so far. I know it's early, but they've been pretty good. The problem is neither one of them can shoot a fucking three-pointer.
No.
Let me tell you this. The other night, Pat Bev and Russell Westbrook combined for 1 of 18 for 7 points.
Wow.
Horrendous. And the Lakers this year are shooting 21% from three. Russell Westbrook is shooting a league low 8% from three. And listen, here's my thing on Westbrook. We criticize him, talk about he's Westbrook, he's a bum brick, this and that. I got love for the guy. He's a great human being. He's not out there doing drugs, out there committing crimes, getting in trouble off the court. The guy, and here's the thing, the guy shows up for work. He plays with his heart. He balls. He gives it all. The brother just can't shoot. It's just that simple. The brother cannot shoot. And when he's in an offense where the ball is predominantly hogged by LeBron James, Westbrook has no strength in this team. Nope. And it's that simple. But like I said, at least Russell Westbrook shows up to work and he puts his heart on trying to play. Can't shoot worth a damn, but he at least plays with his heart. Unlike the next guy, Ben Simmons, who I think a lot of people have let this jabroni off the hook because you want to talk shit about Westbrook. Well, at least Westbrook comes and wants to play and do his job. He just can't shoot. Yeah. But guess what? Ben Simmons, here's the thing about Ben. He didn't even want to show up for work. This brother left and quit on Philly. This brother quit on Brooklyn last year when they needed him game 4 in the playoffs. He quit. He don't have the heart for the game. And not only that, this brother might shoot worse than Russell Westbrook. Good God. And so far this season, the guy has got 16 points, 10 assists, and 15 fouls and fouled out 2 out of the 3 games they played. What? And you want to criticize Westbrook? I get the brother can't shoot. This is not all Westbrook's fault. If I'm criticizing someone for the Lakers, I'm criticizing Rob Pelinka because he's the one that wanted to bring Pat Bev in. And I'm criticizing LeBron James because he's the GM and wants to trade everybody. You trade Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Julius Randle, guys who can shoot the ball. Oh, we're going to give them away because I want Anthony Davis and that's it. Well, guess what? You're not going to win with AD. Not the way the West is. The West is stacked. Golden State, Phoenix is looking good. The Grizzlies look good. You're not going to win.
All right, Kevin A. Rory. Thanks for the analysis.
I mean, this brother can't shoot. Lakers. I tell you what, that opening night was pretty fun to watch because Golden State Warriors just simply took them out to the woodshed and gave them a flat ass whooping. Great old fashioned.
Oh, Jordan Poole making noise already in the first game, fellas.
And here's how disrespected the Lakers are. Just last thing. Anthony Davis wide open in the corner for 3 against Portland, and what happens?
He hits the side of the goal.
Let you shoot it and watch it bounce off the side of the backboard.
He could have drove to the basket, but no. Come on, bro.
And the only thing I got negative to say about Westbrook is he did cost his team the game against Portland by shooting that ball when he should not have shot the ball and gave Portland that was poor decision making. Yeah, but the fact that they criticize him a little too hard is getting really old to me. Because he's a good dude. He means well. He just is on the wrong team. He's on a bad team. I just want to see him somewhere where he can win. I honestly would like to see him in Minnesota with some bigs. I really would. I think he would be good.
I think that would revitalize his career. But speaking of Golden State, how about Klay Thompson with some choice words for Devin Booker?
Yeah, right? You posted that this morning,
Booker.
bro. I was like, what?
Listen, I love Devin Booker. He's one of my favorite young players in this league. But here's the fact of the matter. Devin Booker, please don't don't let your mouth write checks that your ass can't cash, because the last time you did that to Luka Doncic, who embarrassed you by 40+ points on your home floor in Game 7. Don't do that, because don't do Klay Thompson like that, because Golden State might put your ass out in the playoffs.
Hey. You better be glad this ain't the playoffs, right? Because Game 6, Klay would have shown up on his ass.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord. Like,
I don't look nothing about that game. Like Charles Barkley and them saying it, when you're champions, it's called like the champion hangover. The first 20 games, you're just kind of going through the motions. Plus, Golden State, if you haven't noticed, Curry and them's only playing like 25 minutes a game because they're trying to get the young guys rotation going. So I don't look nothing into it, but this brother Jordan Poole he's the real deal.
Yep.
Yes,
he put Chris Paul on ice last night and had him skating around the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that was pretty fun to watch.
Oh.
What's up, Joey?
Speaking of skating, how about the fact that James Harden completely broke that dude from the Celtics' ankles, and then when he shoots the wide open three, he airballs it.
Oh!
He airballs three-pointer.
Let me look at it from this point of view, Joey. That dude on the Celtics was Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart. Defensive Player of the Year, the Rock's ass. Steph Curry averaged 40 a game on him in the finals.
He makes Marcus Smart slide from the 3-point line all the way to the out of bounds line, and James Harden is still gonna airball a wide open three.
What Marcus Smart did is the equivalent of trying to draw a charge in 2K and just naturally falling across the floor. That's what Marcus Smart did. When your controller dies in 2K trying to draw a charge.
Oh God. Oh God.
That was pretty funny. Then Harden airballed it.
Oh, I can hear Harden going, oh, what a crossover. Oh, on the airball the three.
Oh, and who was it in that one game? I can't remember who was playing, but it was a player down in the paint who barely got even touched, and the dude's gonna flop around like he's dead on the court. Who was that? I cannot remember who it was.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Damn, I don't know.
God, who was it? Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find it.
But yeah, oh God, just
and the Nets again suck. They still suck.
Yeah. KD, I'm staying in Brooklyn. Yay, how's that working out for you, pal?
You know what? I will bring you an interesting statement since we're on the NBA topic real quick of what Kevin Garnett, one of our favorite players back in the day, did say, though.
Yeah.
He looked everybody on TNT, because he's got Area 21, the segment on TNT where he talks basketball.
Yes.
He came on there the other night and he said, listen, when are we going to stop talking about this being LeBron's era and start talking about this might be Steph Curry's era? This is not LeBron's era. LeBron had his era in 2010 to 2012. After this, how can this be his era and another team dominating his era? You didn't talk about another team dominating in Jordan's era. It was Jordan and the Bulls. You talk about the Lakers. Yeah. Nobody dominated the Lakers in his era. That was Kobe's era. That was the Lakers.
Yep, that was them, and that was the Lakers and the Spurs. Back and forth. Yep.
LeBron,
that's it. I just found it.
Watched Steph Curry win 4 championships.
Yep.
So how's that his era?
Yep.
That looks like it's Curry's era.
Agreed.
That's it. I just found it, guys. It was I just found it was Marcus Smart and Joel Embiid.
Oh my God! Already your teams are flopping.
Marcus Smart and Joel Embiid. Oh gosh.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh man.
Oh man, the NBA season is getting underway. It's already a weekend, and there's always been some hilarious things in the NBA. And speaking of getting underway, this Friday, it is the start of the World Series between the underdogs, the Philadelphia Phillies, taking on the heavily favored Houston Astros. And boys, Houston swept the Yankees out of the ALCS. And man, absolutely stunning fashion that Houston won this series in 4. because there was a
Typical
couple of
Yankee shit.
Yep.
Typical-
Yankees said, bring on Houston. They brought it on and they swept them out of the
Yeah, they brought a can of
ALCS.
whoop ass with them and
Yep.
opened it in the front seat.
Yep.
But Aaron Judge was booed after going one for 16 in the series, but against Houston.
Mm-hmm.
1 for
The
16.
crazy thing is Aaron Judge might not be a Yankee next year.
Nope.
There's
Nope.
plenty of teams that said they were willing to.
Well,
open
they're saying
for his services.
I've already been hearing reports that the Giants and the Dodgers are going to heavily pursue Judge.
I heard the
Wow.
Giants, especially
But the
on
fact
night.
is, with the Dodgers, what sort of money do they have to try to get a guy like Aaron Judge?
I think the Giants makes more of a sense because I was watching like 95 the game on the Facebook and they were talking
Right.
about it on that talk show that the Giants were reportedly going all in, like every single dollar, everything they could to get his services. That's going to be tough.
Right.
That's going to be tough.
It's going to be interesting all season, that's for sure.
It is
Very.
very interesting. And the Phillies beat the Padres in 4, man. Kudos to Philadelphia.
The Phillies did take 4 out of 5 from San Diego.
Correct.
But still.
But the Astros not only beat the Yankees again, which is not surprising in a way because we all picked the Yankees, or we all picked the Astros to win this series.
But the Astros have not lost a game in this postseason.
Nope.
They have not lost a game. They're 7-0.
The Astros, you can make the argument if they go undefeated, it wouldn't be surprising if it happens. But even if they don't and they lose just one game, that is one of the greatest records in baseball history in the postseason.
Yeah.
Because Houston went through all the ups and the downs of winning a World Series, cheating to win the said championship. They go back to the World Series in 2019. They get beat by the Washington Nationals in 7 games. Last year they faced your Atlanta Braves in the championship, lost to them in 6 games, and now they're back in the World Series. And if they win this championship, I think that will honestly wash the stain of that 2017 World Series championship because they have earned this one.
Oh yeah.
No cheating in this one, fellas. I mean, the Astros are playing absolutely phenomenal team baseball right now. I mean, just when you thought Altuve was going to show up and he did make some hits in this, in these postseason. But this Astros team they are a team. They are a true definition of a team. They don't care who gets the base hits. They don't care who gets the runs. They don't care who gets, all of that stuff. All they care about is winning team baseball. And the Astros, I think, are going to win this series. I will be respectful to Philadelphia. I think they're going to get at least a game. I think the Astros are going to win this series 4-5 or 4-1. But I would be a little surprised. I would be kind of surprised if this goes 6 or 7 because the Astros are clearly the better team on paper. But man, I mean, talking about the Astros, how they got to the World Series with the championship series with the Yankees, they're in Game 2. It was 3-2 Houston, and Aaron Judge hit a ball that was so close to being a home run. A multi-home run. What was like a 2-run homer or 3-run homer? Something like that. And they had a chance to go up on Houston, and it just missed it. And Houston ended up holding on. So, I mean, it just goes to show you that no matter what, the Astros always had and have always had the Yankees number in the playoffs. And honestly, guys, I think that Aaron Judge out-hit himself this season into the postseason because all of that pressure on Aaron Judge going after that home run title for the American League, that right there put a lot of pressure on him, and he swung all he could in the postseason. And like you said, Joe, he went 1 for 16. 1 for 16, not good enough. Not good enough at all. And big up to Philadelphia for getting past San Diego in the NLCS, going to the World Series for the first time since 2008. And the Houston Astros are once again, no surprise, guys, they are in the World Series once again. And that series starts this Friday on Fox.
In
Game
Houston.
1 in Houston. Yep. In Houston, Texas. The one thing that Houston can look forward to is the Astros winning another championship, not the Texans, not winning a Super Bowl for years to come.
Yep.
Anyways. So the World Series again starts this Friday, and my goodness, guys. I mean, it's been an awesome show with you guys talking about the NFL, talking about a little baseball, a little basketball. Just looking forward to another wild week in the NFL starting tomorrow, and hope to God, Baltimore does not blow another double-digit lead. Please. Just please. Please.
Yeah, one other thing that's interesting to me though is
What's
the
up?
upcoming trade deadline for the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, November 1st.
Yep.
And there's some big names out there that's talked about being traded. They're talking about if the Broncos lose to Jacksonville,
Mhm.
Bradley Chubb and Jerry Jeudy are both out.
Wow.
Wow.
Who though? I've heard Buffalo's interested in Bradley Chubb. That's big.
If Buffalo could get Bradley Chubb, that'll
And
almost
Von Miller.
our defense.
That'd be a reunion from the Von Miller, Bradley Chubb days in Denver. 4
Oh,
years
dude,
ago.
they're going to be eating dudes alive on that defensive side of the ball. They get
Yep.
him.
I've
Man.
also heard Jerry Jeudy with Philadelphia.
Ooh, that'd be a good fit.
Oh Lord.
A lot of
Nice.
fits. Like I've heard a lot of names. I've also heard what's the other guy? I've heard Brian Burns from Carolina. I don't know why. They can rebuild. He is young enough to go through a rebuild. I don't know why.
Yeah, I've actually heard that Carolina's not going to be doing any trading because they think they're going to reclassify around Brian Burns, DJ Moore, and all the other guys.
I mean, they should because they're young enough to go through a rebuild and actually still be in their prime. Someone like Bradley Chubb is a veteran now, and Denver clearly is about to rebuild. I mean, I would really trade the vets if you're going through a rebuild.
Yep.
And the Packers are looking at trying to acquire a receiver. And here's the funny thing: all the receivers that's on the market for Green Bay trade wise, there are, like you said, Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore from New York.
Yep.
Like a bunch of people are. Odell Beckham still on the market. You're going to go after a 33-year-old AJ Green in Arizona. What is wrong with Green Bay?
What?
They're targeting Arizona for.
He's desperate. Aaron Rodgers is
Come on,
officially hitting rock bottom, and he knows it.
I said, I know you got trust issues, but I would much rather have Elijah Moore, Odell Beckham, all those other guys than a 33-year-old old geezer who can't even stay on the field for more than 3 games in Arizona. Didn't do crap for Kyler Murray. And remember last year when he dropped the wide open touchdown?
Yep, against Green Bay.
Yep.
And ain't the Packers already having problems with receivers dropping balls? So why
Yes.
the hell would you get him?
Yep.
And he's officially desperate. And
At that point, they might as well call Terrell Owens to come back.
yeah, get your popcorn ready for that bullshit.
Add Ocho Cinco, somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Want to shout out our buddy Mongrovian Mike in the chat, and he is absolutely right with this one, talking about baseball, especially with this postseason, with some of these games like the Yankees and the Yankees, Astros, especially in Game 2. Great pitching always beats great hitting, and he's absolutely right on that one. And yeah, just I mean, and real quick about back to this Yankees and Astros series. I mean, the Astros in that Game 4, again, the game could have gone either way, because it was back and forth. It was tied a couple of times, and you knew that Alvarez or Altuve were gonna get a hit and get a huge run score for Houston, because you can't keep the bats quiet, for so long. And Alvarez and Altuve, when it matters the most, they come through, when it matters the most, and they get on and get in scoring position. And man, I mean, Houston's batters and their pitchers came to play when it mattered the most in that Yankee series. I mean, they are such a complete team. Such a complete team. And so yeah, I mean, and real quick back to the trade deadline, talking about Green Bay. Hell, I think Green Bay's also, not only are they desperate, but I think Tampa Bay is also desperate.
Yes, they are.
Tom Brady said AWOL. He has hit rock bottom as well. The two great quarterbacks of Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady have officially hit rock bottom this season for the first time in such a long time. They don't know what to do.
And I don't remember if y'all know when we discussed the Devontae Adams trade along with the Aaron Rodgers extension, $50 million a year. I don't remember if y'all recalled what I said, but I said this was going to be the downfall of Green Bay. You paid a 40-plus-year-old quarterback all that fucking money, can't sign your number one guy back. Now that team is going to AWire. Like they stink. They absolutely are terrible. Their two best players are running back 1 and running back 2 on that team right now, currently. You can't play 2 running backs. Only one running back can touch the damn ball.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm Green Bay, to be honest, to be able to get some receivers or get something, I would really consider trading Aaron Jones or A.J. Dillon, one or the other. Like, I would try to, because they would have massive trade value and use that to acquire a really big-time receiving threat, to be honest.
Right.
I would like DJ Moore in Carolina. If they were going to go that route in Carolina, were going to consider trading him, I would consider trading AJ Dillon to bring in a receiver who you can trust. But I'm not Green. I'm not their front. I'm not their GM. I don't know what they're thinking. They might be drunk. I don't know. I just know they suck. Just like America knows, they suck.
America.
At least Wisconsin still has the fucking Bucks.
Yes. Yes, they do. And and real quick, talking about the NFL before we get off the air. Dak Prescott made his return this past Sunday against Detroit, and for once, at least Prescott didn't lose in his first game back and didn't screw it all the way up. But the running game with Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott finally showing up and coming back from the Salvation Army donation booth. And they both combined to have a pretty good game, and Dallas ended up getting that win.
Yeah, my thing about Dak, though, is, and Cowboy fans,
yeah, because when you look at Dallas, I mean, Cooper Rush had a great thing going on, and then he has that one bad game last week against Philadelphia. And then Prescott comes back and we're all going, oh, which Cowboys team are we going to get? And Prescott had a decent game, but the running game definitely carried Dallas to his victory against Detroit.
Oh, yeah, hands down.
Absolutely it did. Again, folks, follow us on Twitter at @ON_Sports Show, Facebook.com/Nation Sports Show. Also, follow us or subscribe to us on YouTube at YouTube.com/Our Nation Sports Show. Also, follow the Nation's Corner on Twitter at Nation's Corner. Everywhere else on social media on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, it is at The Nation's Corner. Catch the Nation's Corner live this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 4 p.m. Pacific time, as everybody talks about the world of professional wrestling. And right now, AEW Dynamite is on your television screens live on TBS. And they're going to be talking about that this Saturday, along with all the stuff that's going on in WWE. And, man, wrestling has just been – there's been a lot of great things in wrestling happening, man. So excited. So excited.
Yep, AEW is already kicked off, and I'm sure that it's already starting off with a banger.
So what do we got so far, Joey, as far as on Dynamite?
Actually, I don't know because I don't have it on TV.
Gotcha. Is Kid there?
No, I think he's dealing with his little girl. Oh, here he comes.
There he is.
There he is.
Kev, you were talking about the Prescott game?
Yeah, the Cowboy fans make me laugh tremendously because they talk all this shit and brag, and in reality, they're still third fucking place in the NFC East.
Yep.
No, I don't want to hear them. Cowboy fans, I tell you, they'll make you laugh.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So, with that being said, boys, do you have anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this bad boy up?
I think I'm good.
Joey?
I think I'm good.
I think I'm good too, fellas. And boys, I enjoy hosting the night with y'all. I enjoy doing this show every single week with y'all. And Ezra will be back on next Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
What's up?
I'm watching AEW Dynamite right now, and right now we are seeing a tag team battle between Claudio Castagnoli teaming up with Wheeler Yuta against the team of Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia.
Nice. That's a hell of a way to start out Dynamite. Very, 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 very cool to start out Dynamite. And man, I am so blessed to have a great team with y'all on this show. You two, Joey and Kevin, along with Ezra and Randy. And we're looking forward to having our buddy Randy coming back very soon to bash his favorite quarterback, Tom Brady. And looking forward to having Ezra on next week with all his sound bites and stuff, and all of the burning, anger towards Aaron Rodgers is all coming out because Green Bay is not doing good, and we're happy about that. And man, just so happy to be on this show with you guys, talking about all things sports, football, basketball, baseball, you name it. Whatever we decide to talk about, we would talk about it on this show. And man, I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I did, watching one of my favorite bands for the 5th and 6th time from Chicago, from the home, 3011, playing at the House of Blues in Chicago, having 2 great sets, playing the Blue album and the Transistor album this past Saturday and Sunday. And last night I was in Greensboro for Iron Maiden, baby. It was an awesome, awesome, awesome show. The band is tight as hell. Bruce Dickinson's voice is still amazing to this very day. And Dave Murray and Adrian Smith and all the guys in Maiden, Steve Harris, Nico McBrain, everybody in that band, top notch, sounded great. The production was awesome. The set list was awesome. Killer live band, killer show. And just such a great couple of shows this past weekend. 311, watching them in Chicago at the House of Blues, and then obviously being at the Maiden show last night. Loving life, living my life, loving my life on this show with y'all. Every single time we get to do this, we get to come on here, cut up, have a great time, talking about the world of sports, having all that great fun. And again, we will be back with you on our regular day of Tuesday, next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. Again, follow us on Twitter at @ON_sports show, Facebook.com/Nation Sports Show, and also smash that subscribe button on YouTube, YouTube.com/Our Nation Sports Show. Also, don't forget to follow the Nation's Corner on Twitter at Nation's Corner. Everywhere else on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, it is at the Nation's Corner. Joey, final thoughts, my friend.
Sorry, I put myself on mute there for a second, but great show with you guys. NFL analysis was great as always. We got another week of action kicking off tomorrow night with the Baltimore Falcons. Damn it! I said the Falcons.
Kevin did it again with that one.
But yeah, we got another week of action kicking off tomorrow night with the Ravens and the Bucks. And going on through next Monday with the Bengals and Joe Cool against Nick Chubb and the Cleveland Browns. So enjoy this weekend and have some good old fun. And also, we got a special holiday. Well, a holiday coming up next Monday night with Halloween.
One, if you will. Yes, Halloween.
Yeah, so kids, enjoy some candy. Get all you can. Just try not to eat it all or else you'll get sick.
Yes. Kev, final thoughts, pal?
Man, it's good doing the show with you guys, even though I was a little late, kind of like Ben Simmons with his NBA career.
Hey,
but
at least you showed up, my friend.
Yeah, at least I showed up. And next week, I got a treat for everybody. If we got time, I will be letting everybody know who I think is mid-season NFL awards.
Oh, okay. Idea, dude.
I will give everybody my opinions on that.
You know what?
Week 9.
You know what, Kev? That's a great idea, man. You know what? Next Tuesday, we're going to be giving our mid-season awards. I love it.
And a little spoiler, I don't think Coach of the Year is going to Nathaniel Hackett. No. No, not a chance.
No.
But anyway, it was good doing the show with you guys, talking the NFL, reviewing the games and previewing Week 8, and talking a little bit of the MLB playoffs and NBA opening tip-off.
Yes. And
hope everybody else has a good rest of the weekend. Enjoy some football, enjoy some basketball, stay safe, and everybody enjoy.
Yes. I could not agree. Fellas, I enjoy this every single week coming on here with you guys, talking about baseball, basketball, football, whatever we decide to talk about. Enjoy the football this weekend. Enjoy the start of the World Series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Houston Astros. And as Nick Hansen would say from 311, stay positive. Enjoy your life. And next week, we will be back at our normal time, normal day of Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 4 p.m. Pacific. And with that being said, for K-Rod, Kevin Rory, JT, not Justin Timberlake, but he's Joey Thornton. I have been Stephen Wyand, and this has been another superb, outstanding edition of our Nation Sports Show. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy all of the baseball World Series action, all the football action, all the basketball action, whatever you desire to do with your life. Enjoy your life. Be great to one another. Have a great Halloween weekend. Don't eat too much candy. God knows I won't, and hope to God the rest of us on this show don't. But anyways, for Kevin Rory, for Joey Thornton, I'm Stephen Wyand, and this has been another edition of our Nation Sports Show. Take care. Have a great rest of the week and weekend. Peace.